So this karma yoga, as I mentioned, the chapter name is karma-sanyāsa yoga, and yeah, we can go to the verse itself. Yeah. So the verse says, "Bhoktaram yajña tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantir mrichati." Yep. Bhoktaram yajña tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantir mrichati. Uh, Translation: a person in full Krishna consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. Extremely important verse. Prabhupada quotes this verse so many times, and this Prabhupada says it's the peace formula, world peace formula. We see United Nations, right? United Nations, they claim themselves as we are united, and it's like, but last 70 years, right? World War, after World War, the United Nations was formed. It's like they are not at all united. It's like there is something called, what is that? Veto power, right? Veto power. So veto power means someone is so powerful that they will veto their interests. So United Nations is a failure in that way. So, but this is the peace formula where it says a person in full Krishna consciousness, full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate benefactor of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor of and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The conditioned souls within the clutches of the illusory energy are all anxious to attain peace in the material world, but they do not know the formula for peace, which is explained in this part of the Bhagavad Gita. The greatest peace formula is simply this: Lord Krishna is the beneficiary of all human activities. Men should offer everything to the transcendental service of the Lord because he is proprietor of all planets and the demigods thereon. No one is greater than he. He is the greater. He is the greater than the greatest, and the demigods, Lord Shiva and Brahma. In the Vedas, Shvetashvatar Upanishad 6.7, the Supreme Lord is described as Tam Ishwaram Param Maheshwaram. Under the spell of illusion, living entities are trying to be lords of all they survey, but actually they are dominated by the material energy of the Lord. The Lord is the master of the material nature, and the conditioned souls are under the stringent rules of the material nature. Unless one understands these bare facts, it is not possible to achieve peace in the world either individually or collectively. In the sense of Krishna consciousness, Lord Krishna is the supreme predominator, and all living entities, including the great demigods, are his subordinates. One can attain perfect peace only in complete Krishna consciousness. The fifth chapter is practical explanation of Krishna consciousness, generally known as Karma Yoga. The question of the question of mental speculation is sorry the question of mental speculation as to how karma yoga can give liberation is answered herewith. To work in Krishna consciousness is to work with the complete knowledge of the Lord as the predominator. Such work is not different from transcendental knowledge. Direct Krishna consciousness is Bhakti Yoga, and Gyan Yoga is the path leading to Bhakti Yoga. Krishna consciousness means to work in full knowledge of one's relationship with the Supreme Absolute, and the perfection of this consciousness is full knowledge of Krishna, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A pure soul is the eternal servant of God, as his fragmental part and parcel. He comes into contact with Maya, illusion, due to the desire to lord it over Maya. And that is the cause of his many sufferings. As long as he is in contact with matter, he has to execute work in terms of material necessities. Krishna consciousness, however, brings one into spiritual life even while one is within the jurisdiction of matter, for it is an arousing of the spiritual existence by practice in the material world. The more one is advanced, the more he is free from clutches of matter. Very important. The more one is advanced, the more he is freed from clutches of matter. The Lord is not partial towards anyone. Everything depends on one's practice, performance of duties in Krishna consciousness, which helps one control the senses in every respect and conquer the influence of desire and anger. And one who stands fast in Krishna consciousness, controlling the above mentioned passion, remains factually in the transcendental stage or Brahma Nirvana. The eightfold yoga mysticism is automatically practiced in Krishna consciousness because the ultimate purpose is served. This is the greatest process of elevation in the practice of yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharan, dhyan, and samadhi. But though but these only preface perfection by devotional service, which alone can award peace to the human being. This is the highest perfection of life. So Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhyatanam gyatva mam shantir mrichati. So basically, what this verse says, this is the conclusion of the fifth chapter, where Krishna concludes that we living entities must understand that He is the supreme enjoyer. Everything is meant for His enjoyment. And if we understand that, then there will be peace formula. So, for example, if we see democracy, we see communism, right? There are so many thisism, thatism, Prabhupada quotes that. So, communism says that everything belongs to state, that state owns everything. And democracy or capitalism says that everything belongs to individual. So, so basically, when communism says that everything belongs to state, so that means there should be a classless society. There should be no class, but there is class. There is a worker class and another is supervisor class. So supervisor class just supervises, worker class works, right? So there is class. And capitalism, we say everything belongs to individual. But what has gone wrong in all these two things? Division, distribution, and basically what has gone wrong is that it's completely against what we just read. It says everything belongs to Krishna. So Bhoktaram Yagatapasam, he is the enjoyer, he is the supreme enjoyer. So if we understand that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer, then where is the question that this is for my enjoyment, this is my country, this is my nation, this is my house? The house also belongs. This body itself, do you think that this body belongs to you? Then whom it belongs to? Yeah, that's the question. That's a very good point. Mataji is saying that from wherever it comes, it belongs to that. So that means there has to be an inquiry that where it is coming from. And that is being answered in Bhagavad Gita, that who am I? So that is one of the subject matter we talked. In Bhagavad Gita, it talks about the 5 subject matter: Ishwar, Jeev, Prakriti, Kal, and Karma. So Ishwar. So I am that living force, and the Supreme Lord is the proprietor of everything. And one of the verses, very interesting, very famous verse in Bhagavad Gita is 15th chapter, 15th verse. We should try to memorize this. And what is this verse? Sarvasyam Hridi Sannivishto. the Supreme Lord says that I am seated in everyone's heart as Paramatma, living force, the Supreme Force. And from Him comes knowledge, forgetfulness, and remembrance. Knowledge, forgetfulness, and remembrance. Say, for example, if we see someone that completely atheist, not at all accepting the authority of the Supreme Lord, we must understand that Krishna is arranging that. Because if I desire to envy Krishna, if I desire to envy the Supreme Lord, He will arrange me to envy Him for eternity, for a very long time. So that is Krishna's arrangement. So we must understand that the proprietor is the Supreme Lord. Everything is being owned by Him. I may claim that this is my body, but do you think that I control my breathing? I don't control my breathing. In Ayurveda and the yoga process, it's explained that we all have certain count of breathe, like pran. That we have limited count of pran, and if we have exhausted that pran, we have to leave the body. So the modern thing that, oh, you must exercise, go to gym, is not recommended actually, because it's like we are burning out your pran. So basically you are reducing your life longevity. But yoga process is the other way around. Yoga process is that we control the living, that force, and it's like uh, the perfection of yoga is explained that you control uh, the movement, like from the pran, from it should move upwards, and eventually the yogis, they leave the body by breaking this portion. We have seen that in our book, right? It's perfection of yoga. It's mentioned the yogi is seen that the pran is coming out of this. Yeah. So that's the process, but that is very difficult to achieve. So it's like Bhagavad Gita talks about karma yoga, Gyan Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. So Karma Yoga is one of the yogic process, but perfection of Karma Yoga is devotional service itself. So Bhoktaram Yoga Tapsam. I'll give you a practical example where it's like I had an opportunity where it's like someone came to me and saying that, oh, I have read Bhagavad Gita. I said, yeah, nice. What did you read? Then he said that that karma karo, fal ki ichha mat karo. That's very popular in India, right? You do your karma and don't expect. There is no motivation to do anything. It's like there has to be some motivation to do something. Otherwise, for example, in devotional service also, there is a motivation that, oh, I want to rebuild that relationship. So there is a motivation. So if you say that, oh, I want to do the action, but I don't expect the result, this is nonsense. This is not right. If I say that, oh, I want to do certain things without aim, will I be motivation? That's called motivation, right? There has to be some motivation. So if we are doing devotional service, the motivation is that I'm developing that love for the Lord, and I'm deriving happiness out of that. If there is no derivation of happiness, where is the question of serving? Where is the question of doing things? So someone told me that, oh, karma nevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadasam, very famous verse. And then I started meditating. I started that time. It's like that was way back. So he was my boss actually. So he said that I had at my desk some books, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book, and some books I would distribute at workplace. So this guy says that, oh, my mother gave me gulab jamun. So it's like I brought that gulab jamun and I distributed. And then this guy comes to my desk and says that, oh, Bhagavad Gita, nice. Oh, karm karo fal ki ichha mat karo. Then I kept on meditating on that, and then I was reading that. I started reading, and then the next later on verse, Krishna says, "Yagyarth karma anyatra lokayan karma bandhana." Means yagya, yagyarth karma anyatra means any action done not in the form of yagya, and yagya is for Vishnu. Yagyarth karma anyatra lokayan karma bandhana. You do action without Krishna consciousness or not in the form of yagya will lead you to attachment. And what happens to after attachment? Yagyartha karma anantara karma bandhana, and tadartha karma kaunteya mukta sanga samachara. Means when you do action with Krishna in center or you act in Krishna consciousness, then there will be no bandhana. Because when you have bandhan, when you have attachment, you get bonded to that. So there will be reaction. So reaction will be either good reaction or bad reaction. So Krishna says in later verses where it says that, what is that verse? Where Krishna says that, Urdhav gachanti sattva. We act in sattva we go to higher planets. Madhya tishtanti rajasa means if we are situated in rajogun, we stay back in the material world. Jagan guna vrittistha adho gachanti tamasa means when we are involved in very abominable activities, we go to the lower planets. So that is what it's like. Urdhav gachanti sattva, that is acting in goodness. And what is that? That is from karma point of view, that is called sakam karma. We go to higher planets. And nishkam karma is the action in Krishna consciousness, where there is no bondage, and it is not leading you to attachment, but it is like a bank account, which is like, let's take the example of serving Devi Devtas. Devi Devtas, serving Devi Devtas with the complete understanding that they are the part and parcel of the Supreme, they are serving the Supreme Lord. You can offer respect. We can offer respect. But if we try to derive something, like when we were kids, we were told that you go to Saraswati ji for Vidya, right? Lakshmi ji for Lakshmi. But the problem with Vidya or Lakshmi is that it is connected with this body itself. If, for example, if I worship Saraswati ji and get Vidya, so-called material Vidya, and become a doctor or engineer or something, by the laws of nature, if I get another birth in the human form, if I do something not so bad, if I get human life, will I be starting from the point where I left in, say, for example, I did medicine or I studied something different, and will I have to start from there? I'll have to start from ABCD again, right? So that's what. So any activities done for the Devi Devtas will be bound to this body. But any activity done for Krishna will be for eternity, will continue on. So that's what Krishna is re-establishing the point that he is the Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam. He is the Supreme Lord, and all the activities should be done. Bhokta basically means the enjoyer, and he is the supreme enjoyer. So it's like whether it is eating process or earning process, he is the enjoyer. So it's like if we eat something, what we can do is that we can offer it to the Supreme as bhog, and that then when he glances at it, it becomes prasad, and that prasad, when we honor, there is no reaction. We don't get reaction. It's all like a bank account. You continue establishing that bank account, and in the next life you start from there. So that's the point. So we stop here. If there are questions, feedback, concerns, complaints, we can take. Mataji, you have questions? I am sure you started reading Bhagavad Gita. You have a copy, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Yeah, please start reading and please start coming to our programs, and we discuss. And if you have questions, we can try to answer. That's wrong. Uh-huh.
You don't expect anything in return. Like if you did dan, so don't expect you will get something in return.
Good question. So it's like when it comes to dan or donation, there is in the Vedic system there is an explanation that when you give dan, that the giver and the taker, there are some qualification. It's called patrata. Patrata. Say for example, if you give donation to an unqualified person who is not capable to take that thing, will be, say for example, you donate to someone who takes that money and does something nonsense, buys a gun and shoots someone, or for example does something which is abominable, eats something which is not conducive for spiritual development, so you get the reactions. So so it's not recommended to do that way. So that verse we have to go deeper into that, where So Krishna says that you do the action, but it's like there is an explanation further that how that action needs to be. And that's what we mentioned, that yagyartha karma anyatra lokayan karma bandhana. So if you are not doing that action in Krishna consciousness, basically what it means is that you are doing it for your satisfaction, then you will lead to bandhan, means you will get reactions, whether it will be good reaction, bad reaction. But if you do for Krishna's satisfaction, say another name of Krishna is Rishikesh. Rishikesh means master of the senses. So all the senses what we have, he is the master. So he is the enjoyer. So whatever needs to be done is to be done for Rishikesh. So that's why the devotional service, what the Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara or what Prabhupada has given us, where we engage all our senses, or Prabhupada uses the word dovetail. We dovetail our life to engage all these things in the service of Krishna. For example, if someone has a taste to hear some mundane songs or mundane movies, so the senses need some taste, right? So as a result, what happens is that you get distracted to that, and then you get involved in that, and then keep on repeating, and then you meditate, and at the time of death you still meditate on that, so you come back. But the process this movement has given is, we engage those senses in the service of Krishna. For example, if you have a hearing thing, so it's like you start hearing Krishna Katha, you start hearing the songs describing the glories of the Supreme Lord. So that way you are getting taste, but you are developing a higher taste. So basically what is happening is that you have that desire to enjoy, but it's like you are dovetailing your enjoyment slowly and slowly in the service of Krishna. So that way you purify our senses. So it's all about contamination. It's mentioned that the moment we get this body, we develop something called a material disease. It's called bhava rog in Hindi. Bhava rog. And that is called ahankar, false identification. And that's a very detailed subject matter. We'll not dive into that. But I think to your question, that as far as karma is concerned, that action needs to be in Krishna consciousness. That's the whole subject matter. So all this karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, eventually it's a ladder process, but the topmost process is bhakti yoga, where you are engaging all your senses in the service of Krishna by n prakarena, whichever way possible, just engage. Sometimes it's very difficult. In fact, Arjuna asked Krishna that, oh, it's like, I cannot do that. Then Krishna says that, Arjuna says that man is very difficult to control. And Krishna doesn't ask anything else. He asks, give me your mind. It's not easy to please Krishna. Krishna wants your mind. Engage your mind in the service of Krishna. So Arjun says that's very difficult. Chanchalahi mana Krishna, means man is very chanchal. It's very difficult to control. If you start chanting, the moment you start chanting, so many things, oh, let me take care of my email, this, that. And that's the reason why it's recommended that all these things we try to do in Brahma Muhurt, preferably. There is something called, I was reading something interesting about circadian rhythm. Have you heard about that? Circadian rhythm. So basically, it's like the equilibrium. The nature has a process of maintaining that equilibrium. And circadian rhythm is something that that balances things, like all these, that the nature and all those things, they are balanced, right? Everything is happening perfectly all right. Of course, it's Krishna's arrangement, but that the modern science tells names as circadian rhythm. So our body also works like that. So it's like, if we see, the entire time is divided into 3 phases, like from 3:25 to 9 a.m. approximately. That's the time is called a very time of goodness, I would say. And from 9 till 3:24 approximately, that is the time where it's like rajogun, people are actively working. And after 3:25, it develops. It's not something like it starts exactly at that time. It grows, like it's a very systematic balance. So from 3:25 p.m. to 3:25 a.m. is the time where it's like we get tired, and it's like the negative energy start coming in. So we just have to maintain that, and the Prabhupada has given us a perfect process of stabilizing that. maintaining that in equilibrium, rising early in the morning, attending Mangal Arti, and doing some service, chanting, preparing bhog for the deities, and then in the evening you do Gaur Arti, and then you sleep early, so rise early. Prabhu, did that answer your question? Yeah, Prabhuji. You are right. you are in equilibrium with nature then. Yeah. Any further questions? Feedback? I think you have a question, Prabhu. Yeah, Prabhu. Mic.
Regarding the prasadam that you mentioned about offering to Lord and then eating the so there Prabhupada was mentioning that somebody asked oh, you Hare Krishna people, they are vegetarians. So he said, no, we are not vegetarians, we are prasaditarians. Because even vegetarian food, some people may consider, oh, it's nice, it's not better than non-veg. But he said, even then you'll get karma.
Very good point. Prabhuji is mentioning a very good point, that someone say that, oh, it's like vegetarian food I can take. Well, you can take, but there will be a reaction to that as well. Because if you say from the technical perspective, vegetarian also is like we are killing the plants, right? So it's like there is some kind of killing involved in that. So it's like you will get karmic reactions. So the only way to safeguard us from that reaction is offering it to the Supreme Lord. So when we offer it to the Supreme Lord, then it gets converted into prasad. And prasad, we don't eat, we honor prasad. I mean, Bengali, they have a nice word, prasad pana, means you honor prasadam. So it's like, and in Punjabi also they say pana, pana. So that's very like you are honoring. It's not you are just gulping or grabbing. That's bhog. And there is a nice word I was referring. It's like uh, uh, it's called bhogi and bhakt. They are opposite, completely opposite. Bhogi means uh, bahya sukh, means external enjoyment, and bhakta means anand within yourself. So that's the difference. So it's like this entire process of devotional service is transitioning from the concept of enjoyment to serving. So that is the complete shift. And if this shift happens, everything is in equilibrium. That's the perfect way of life. Otherwise, what happens is that we get reactions, and we get reactions, we cannot predict the next life. The next life will be based on my ichha and dvesh, what I desire and what my actions, and then I get the next body, and then get, and that's why it's very rare, this human life. We may think that, oh, even animal life is rare in that way, but this human life is rare because it gives us a prerogative that we can break the cycle of birth, death, old age and disease. Otherwise we will be just struggling. So very good point, that any food is not prasadam. Any vegetarian or vegan food is not prasadam unless it is prepared in the mood of serving the Supreme. Of course, it's a gradual process, and we are in the process of, it's called, we are in the sadhana bhakti. It's like we are practitioners. So, uh, see, I, it may be difficult for me to adjust, that's fine, but this is the standard. It's not something like, oh, this is the standard, I follow this, that means this becomes the standard. No, this is the standard. I may strive for that standard, that okay, yeah, it's like if it is extremely difficult, then sometimes in Western world someone may eat outside, but it's like it's not recommended, but unless it's extremely impossible. But uh, uh, not every vegetarian food is prasad, no. Not every vegan food is prasad, no, unless it is offered with love. And that's why we see so many devotees, senior devotees, I have seen that they will not take prasadam by someone who has cooked, who is not chanting 16 rounds. So that makes it very clear that unless that consciousness flows into preparation, it will not be a prasad. Any last question? I think we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, we'll chant one round. We have the chanting beads. So normally what we do is that we chant one round, 108 rounds. So we do together, and so that is the process where it begins, by chanting the holy name. It's like it's mentioned that in different ages there are different processes. You can take Vishnu Sahasranam, you can do so many different names, but it's mentioned that in Kali Yuga, the only process is chanting the holy name. Prabhu, I also need one. I didn't bring my bag. Thank you. So the process is very simple. Let's let everyone have the round, and then we'll start. So normally, so what we do is that we glorify the Panch Tattva, and then we start chanting the name. We can give you the notes like what we say, but you will learn easily. It shouldn't not be a big deal. Everyone has it? Kids, where are your rounds? Okay, so we'll start. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We'll do Nursing Aarti. For kids, right? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Namaste Narashringaya. Namaste Narashringaya. Praladala dahine. Hiranyakashi purvakshaha. Hiranyakashi purvakshaha. Shilatanka nakalaye. Shilatanka nakalaye. Ito nashinga padato nashinga. Ito nashinga padato nashinga. Yato yato yamitato nashinga. Bahir nashinga hidahir nashinga. Bahir nashinga hidahir nashinga. Narashinga madim sharanam prapadim. Narashinga madim sharanam prapadim. Tava kara kamalavade naka. Hatputa Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jayo Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jayo Jagadish Hare Jayo Jagadish Hare Jayo Jagadish Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Jaya Jayana Jaya Lakshmi Nara Shinga Jaya Nara Hari Jaya Lakshmi Nara Shinga Jaya Nara Hari Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Today is the last Saturday of this year, 2025. So it's so nice to see all of you here. And first of all, I would like to thank His Grace Shyamlal Prabhu for such a nice, enlightening class. And also for the Aarti he performed, as well as Atyan for singing such nice Nashima prayer. And today's cook is also Mataji. So Prabhu and Mataji, they both have dedicated the whole day today. Not Prabhu, you only. Yeah. So Mataji has made all the prasadam by herself. Thank you so much, Mataji, for that. And also we have our regular Yogi Fit snacks, Yog Peat snacks, which is Mataji is making the bread single-handedly every week, and it's on high demand. So please grab one if you have never tested it, because it's very limited today, only 5 or 6. And also there are spreads she has made out of coconut and nuts, which is really, really delicious. Like I had never tasted that kind of spread when I took it last week. It was so amazing. They're different. Wow. There are more flavors of the spreads. And also we have some laddus and cookies as well. Mataji made Christmas cookies, so that's still there. So please check if you want to try it out. It's really amazing. It's all prasadam. So we're talking about prasadam today, and it's all prasadam. There is no store-bought bread here, and it's cooked with love and devotion. Spread is really amazing, yes. It just melts on the bread like that, and it's so tasty. And anybody coming for the first time? What's your name? Renu. And yours? Bimla. Your mom? Okay. How did you come to know about this place? From San Ramon you live? Yeah. So nice. Thank you so much. We'd like to welcome you and please keep coming. Thank you. Okay, and also we have a couple of more announcements. On 30th is the Ekadasi, which is the last Ekadasi of the year as well, of the 2025 English year. And we will have the morning program here starting from Mangalarti. So the timing would be sent soon. Maybe I don't know what time would be the Mangalarti. Yes, it's Vaikuntha Ekadasi also that day. So that would be 30th Tuesday, the coming Tuesday. And also we have calendars available for the new year. If you don't have a calendar yet, which is all the festivals listed, all the fasting and everything, so you can take one. And when I saw Prabhu, I remember that because he wanted one. So you would have the calendar as well as the Back to Godhead magazines. Back to Godhead magazines was the first publication of Srila Prabhupada in 1944 in New Delhi. He had started this magazine and it's still continuing. So we should support this magazine that because it gives so much of nice literatures about Krishna and many people. So we have a stack of that as well. We are promoting as part of Worldwide ISKCON to give that magazine out. Okay. Yes. Like just $2 $2, yeah, per year, something like that. Yeah. So you can take one today and try it out, and then you can continue. No, it's the regular subscription is it comes around $24 per year or $25 like that. Yes. Yeah. It is published twice, once in 2 months. Bi-monthly magazine. Yeah. So we would support that. And also on January 1st, we would have a Kirtan morning from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. So we'll have continuous Kirtan if anybody would like to sing or anything as to welcome the new year on January 1st. That is a holiday for everybody. So please come over and join on the new year day. It's so nice to chant more and more, right? So that would be in the morning. We'll send out that date. I think it is already sent. Yeah, so it would be 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll have Aarti at 12:30 like that. And then. Okay, you can sign up if you want to sing Kirtan. So please sign up in the seat. It would be 20 to 30 minutes slot for everybody. Okay. Any other things, Prabhu? Okay, then we can sing the Prasad prayer. Anybody wants to sing the Prasadam prayer? Yes.
Sharira Vidyajal Jodendriya Tahe Kal Jive Pele Vishaya Sagore Tar Madhye Jiva Ati Lobho Mai Sudurmati Take jetha kathina samsare Krishna bado doyamo koribare jivaja Swaprasadanna dilo bhai Sayanamrita pao Shri Shri Radha Krishna Guna Gao Preme Dakho Shri Chaitanya Nitai Preme Dakho Shri Chaitanya Nitai Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Swalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwasho Naiva Jayate Prasade Sarva Dukkhana Mahanirasopya Jayate Prasanna Chetasya Hasu Buddhi Paryavashishtate Tvayopa Bhukta Shraganda Vasolankara Charchita Uchishta Bhojino Dasa Stava Mayam Jaye Mahi Bhagavad Shri Mahaprasad ki. Everybody come take prasad.